Hello, bookworms, bibliophiles, and lovers of all things literature. Welcome to the next chapter of the Braless Book Guild podcast, where we discard our bras and embrace the dark side to talk about books, both published and unpublished. We are your hosts, Jenna.
Hi, guys.
Marissa.
Hello.
And Megan. I'm Megan.
You're Megan. You
I
are. I like you got thrown off by Jenna's greeting.
You sounded a little husky, and I was like, does she want to do that greeting again?
I thought about it. I think it's just the leftover s'mores in my mouth.
S'mores, yeah.
You know, so I was like, I think it's just going to be husky no matter what, because I'm eating sugar.
Yeah, the ginger basically
Cleared
stripped
it out.
the inside of my throat, so... let's talk about what we're drinking, speaking of.
Yeah.
Marissa, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a decaffeinated ginger peach black tea that Megan brought, and it's actually the Republic of Tea, and it's nice and cold, which is nice.
Yeah, I decided to go to formerly Food for Less.
Forklift or whatever it is now.
It's in my heart, it will always be Food for Less. I decided to go there on my way out because I am driving out tomorrow to go to Santa Barbara to help my parents clear out my grandma's house. So I was like, I need some snacks, and I might as well look at the tea section. And I saw that the tea section, like the cold drink section, was huge. So I was like, okay, let's see if I can find 3 decaffeinated teas. So yeah, it's actually like in a jar. It's so weird seeing like teas that we know of in like sachets or boxes or, you know, tea bags in a jar.
Yeah.
Like I'm used to Tejava or whatever it's called in a jar, but
Yeah.
yeah. How about you? What are you drinking?
Well, on that note, Megan did bring tea with us. So she brought 3 different ones, and we all chose 3 different ones, leaving Megan with whichever was left over.
She was kind enough to let us choose first.
Right.
They all sounded good to me.
Yes. So the thing about decaf black tea is it does have a wee bit of caffeine, and considering I have insomnia issues, I did not choose that one. It's like very little, but still not just going to mess with myself.
No, you strong-armed me into shoving the other one.
Into getting it.
Are you working tomorrow?
No.
Nice.
You're fine. You got it. You don't have a kid. You don't have to get up early. You'll be fine.
You don't know her life.
Maybe she does have a kid tomorrow. Who knows?
Maybe I do have to wake up early tomorrow. Just because I don't work
Maybe.
doesn't mean I don't have to wake up early.
True. So I did, it's just iced tea, berry hibiscus herbal tea. So, and it's really good. It reminds me a little bit of the Jolly Rancher tea. It has that nice berry hibiscus flavor. Tart, nice, cool, there's a name for this.
I don't know, but you're getting a lot quiet
bottle.
again.
I had to think of the word. Bottle of tea.
You would think as a mom that word would be imprinted in your brain.
You would think, but no.
No.
Megan, though, I will say that I was very curious about the tea that you got, and I'm glad that we all got to try it. I could drink that, but it would be a lot for me to drink the one that you got.
So the one that was left over was the Sparkling Botanicals, which I have never heard of until now. And it is dandelion ginger. And when they say ginger, they don't mean ginger. They mean ginger. And as a ginger myself.
It's the gingeriest ginger
I wanted to
ginger.
make that joke, but you did it first.
We left the ginger for the ginger.
You want to go for it?
You're good. You're good.
And I'm used to like Canada Dry ginger ale, where it's just like the subtlest caress of a ginger, and this one was just like, you want a liquid version of straight up ginger.
Yeah.
It is basically that. And my throat is still recovering from being sick, so it doesn't like it. And it's probably actually good for my throat, but my throat is like real irritated right now.
Ginger is very spicy, and it kind of burns. And I remember one of the drinks that we have at the tea shop was just a pure ginger root tea, and we do the ginger root tea with a lime puree and matcha and make a matcha mule. And the first time I tried just the pure ginger tea, I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And it was like, it like surprises you how spicy it is. Because I'd even do ginger beers, which are like ginger ale but stronger. And the first time I had that, I was like, whoa. But yeah, if you don't have any type of sweetener in it, I was a little afraid of that. And that was a very unsweetened tea. And I was like, that might not be my forte right now.
I am interested because they had like 5 other flavors. I am very interested in their other flavors that have caffeine in them. because that was the only one when I looked on the website that did not have caffeine, even though there was some that was just like orange peels and yuzu and stuff like that. And I thought, that doesn't have any caffeine in it.
Yeah.
It's just orange peels and yuzu. But that was the only one on the website that said it was no caffeine. So I was like, okay, we'll go for that one.
That one would be really good if you were mixing it with like a puree. If you had a puree or something in it to kind of like lightly sweeten it, or even honey. I'd drink that with honey.
Oh, it needs honey.
But yeah, it needs something to kind of cut that
burn.
The hi-ya!
It also didn't help that it was shaken up in my bag, and when I opened it, it fizzed over, so I like guzzled it to try and like stop the fizzing, and so then it was a double punch.
I also think because it's straight up ginger that it would be really good with sushi.
Oh,
yes,
because
that would be good with sushi.
Like,
it's the automatic palate cleanser.
Exactly, because I mean, I'll eat that ginger straight.
Oh, yes.
I don't really like ginger flavored stuff as much, but I will eat like ginger.
The pickled ginger, though, is slightly different.
Yeah.
Because it has the pickledness to it. But yeah.
But yeah, I can eat that. I'll ask for extras of that at sushi. I'll be like, all right, guys, I need more of that.
Our favorite sushi place in Korea was a rotary sushi place.
Mm-hmm.
And it was self-serve on those little tiny onions, and then self-serve on the ginger. And so Hanson loves ginger. That's why I'm going to save that for him tonight. But the drink, I say. I motion to it like everyone can hear. See?
Well, they can hear. They just can't see. We're not filming our podcast yet.
But
God.
I would like just give him a mountain of ginger in the thing. Because that was like we went there so often, you guys. We had a routine. And it didn't help that it was on the drive home from when we like worked in the same area. He'd be like, I just want like 3 sushis. Because it's rotary, so you can choose how many you get.
Yeah.
I just want 3. And I'm just be like, we're not going to have 3. We're going to have 50. I know us. But also, let's go. It was bad.
I kept thinking when my mom was out, because all she wanted to do was take us out to food. Like, it was all about food while she was out. And she'd ask, like, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And I'm like, we haven't been to sushi in a while, but
she doesn't like sushi.
And 2, she doesn't like sushi.
So. Yeah.
Like, she would if we had said, like, oh, we really want to go to sushi. She would be like, okay, yeah, let's do it. But
yeah,
I wasn't going to do that to her while she was out. She wanted to go eat food she wanted to eat.
Yeah.
Which is the unfortunate thing about wanting to go visit her. We're like, what kind of restaurants do you like out there? And she's like, there's this one. I'm like, how's your sushi? I need to know.
You
Tell
and
me about
Marissa
it.
will like take a time when you like go off on your own.
Explore the sushi places.
There's no on our own. We're going to be bringing Elias with us.
Yes.
Does he like sushi? Well, he can't have sushi yet, can he?
Yes, he does like sushi. And he likes anything with rice, but he does get bored of almost anything with protein really quickly. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But he likes rice. And so we did the Costco sushis, and he just kept stealing mine. And I was like, please stop.
That's the nice thing about sushi is you usually get more than one type of roll.
Right.
So he can never be bored because every bite is different.
Right. I just haven't given him the raw fish yet. Just because.
Oh, okay. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of crab and shrimp, and obviously you don't do shrimp, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we get into.
No, this is now a sushi podcast.
Everyone's going to be like.
Podcast.
Embrace the dark side, and we're just like sushi.
Yeah.
Sushi.
All right. So I pull up my phone like everything's on my phone.
No, it's on your notebook that fell.
It is on my notebook that fell. All right. So today we're going to be talking about villains.
Woohoo!
And this is an episode that we've like had on our list for a hot minute ever since we talked about like main characters, which was last volume.
Yeah.
So was that last volume? Mm-hmm. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I mean, I think we always, because when we first came up with different topics, we talked about, like, we could talk about, like, good guys and bad guys and stuff like that. And Jenna and I always talk about how we're going to be the villains in any story with the Slytherins.
And of course, the not Slytherin is hosting.
Right.
Yep.
But I love myself a good villain. So, okay. Before we get into this, some of the stuff that we are going to talk about might be spoilers. So we should be very careful about, if we mention anything, we should definitely give spoiler warnings, because some of mine are like, this happened to be the villain that you did not know of right away. Wow. I English real good.
You got this.
You lived in Korea for how many years? You're fine.
I also was talking to my bees all day today, so I was just
You're just shaking.
just flapping my wings, shaking my booty. Yeah. But yes, so some of these are going to be spoiler warnings,
Yes.
but we will do our best to talk about that, at the end.
Maybe we'll
Or
make a
beginning.
list kind of, and we'll enter it in here if you guys can edit it. Like this is
No. I'm not doing that.
Sorry.
I'm too focused on the conversation to know to write down stuff.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I also don't have.
I make no promises on this edit.
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
Yeah.
All right. So the first question that Jenna came up with was, do you guys like villain? Oh my god.
So I actually thought of an extra question that I thought about coming up with before I was somewhere. So I wanted to kind of talk about, what do you guys think makes a good villain? So before we get into like the whole backstory and everything,
Yeah.
like what in your mind, what is the kind of villain that you want to read about?
That's like a tough one. Because I feel like everything is so various nowadays. I do, and it's probably because I'm like writing that book right now, but I like a villain that you don't expect to be the villain right away.
Yeah.
Who you think is like potentially a good guy, and then surprise, 'twas I all along kind of moment.
I kind of like the opposite sometimes.
Where
it's
like the Zuko.
I mean, not even just the yes, the Zuko, but Zuko got like the redemption arc of it all. I like the villains where it's like, hey, this is the villain. He's the bad guy. Look at all the bad stuff he's doing. And then like when you get to know him and you get to see the background of it all, or you get to understand the story as a whole, you're like, oh wait, maybe he wasn't the bad guy.
Yes,
Like,
I do enjoy
maybe
those.
he was right.
Yeah, I like those. I like those a lot. It's funny because I think a lot of times the murder mysteries that I read earlier in high school were the type where it's like, and dun dun dun, the serial killer was right in front of you all along.
Yeah.
The Scooby-Doo of it all.
And it's like, yes, the Scooby-Doo of it all. So I think that I went through a phase where I loved all of that, but then it made me start second-guessing everything, and then I was disappointed when things like that didn't work out. When it was like, oh, you mean it was just a random character that I had no idea because I've never met them and they're not hidden in plain sight? So I think that I kind of fell off of those for a while, and now I like the ones where it's like, there's an in-depth, like, are they actually bad, or are they good, too? Like, do they have their own motivations that make you question it?
Right. Honestly, yes, those are also that. Like, I just like villains, I guess. I guess I like the ones. I also kind of like the cartoony ones. Like, I'm thinking The Great Race, which has Natalie Wood, Jack Lemmon, and I forgot his name, Peter or something. Where he is like the cartoony villain.
The twisting of the mustache.
Yes,
and
yes. I like those a lot just because I was like raised on those kind of movies where the villains were the twiddling mustaches.
Yeah.
But I feel like nowadays we want the more in-depth backstory of why are they the way that they are kind of thing. That maybe I wouldn't mind a book where, yeah, he is just a straight-up cartoon villain.
I will say that I do like some cartoony villains, and the one I think of, because I totally forgot about how much I love this villain, is anybody that's played Borderlands 2. Handsome Jack is the cartoony villain.
Oh, yeah.
That just like pops in to like poke fun at you and make fun of things, and then like talks about like stupid things.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's really funny.
That's why for your one-shot D&D, that was my character, is just the cartoony villain.
Yeah.
I love it.
And we're all trapped in a mansion, and there has been a murder. Well, there may be a murder,
Yes.
and we have to prevent it and find out who it would be.
Yeah.
We need to get back to that, by the way. I had so much stuff planned for my character because it was a cartoony villain that I love so much, and I had so much fun with it. But yeah, so I really like cartoony. If anyone knows any books that are out there
That has the cartoon.
that has that, but in like
Billy.
a fun but also slightly deranged way, let me know.
I think that the fun ones too are the ones that are almost psychopathic, like something broke in them.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are going to be like kind of the scarier villains, because it's like no matter what, there's no reasoning with them. They've completely lost that touch with reality.
Yeah.
So I think those ones can be the kind of like fun, scary villains that if you really want something you want a villain that you might have the backstory, but you won't have the redemption,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, sorry, now we can get on to my actual number one.
I think that's a good way to start it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, what makes a good villain to you? All right, so your number one was, do you like villain... Oh, my God. Do you like villain origin stories?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It was Star Wars Day a couple days ago. Therefore, you know what I did? I watched all the Star Wars. I watched all the Star Wars that mattered. I guess I shouldn't say that because technically they all matter. But
There are not enough hours in the day to watch all the Star Wars.
All the
Correct.
trilogies.
I did watch all the trilogies, except someone explained it. Sorry, guys, I have to go into this tiny, tiny rant.
That's fine.
Someone explained it as the Old Testament is the original trilogy. The New Testament is the prequels, and the Book of Mormon is the sequels. And honestly, even though one of my all-time favorite movies is The Last Jedi,
Yes.
because it was written for the Book Talk girlies,
Yep.
even though I kind of agree that it is the Book of Mormon because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I saw this interview with George Lucas that was talking about how you're supposed to watch them 1 through 6.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it because he said that it is just one big long story for Anakin. And it's
Right.
like, Anakin's the chosen one. And he is the chosen one. He
proved it,
the one
Yeah.
that brings balance to the Force. And it's the motivation for Darth Vader and the whole reason why like he does everything he does and as a villain is because he truly believes he's the chosen one and everything he's doing is the right thing to do that.
Exactly.
So,
But
For the record, I'd totally be a Sith because I don't think the Jedi are the good guys.
and that was
your
like,
husband would be a Jedi though.
I know.
oh my gosh. Yes, that is
This
so
I
true.
know.
I could also see you being like a chaotic bounty hunter.
Yeah. I don't know. I think but to me it's like I'm just like, yeah, like look, I want the Force, but don't tell me I shouldn't have emotions and I need to scorn love. And I'm like, that sounds a lot like bad guy behavior. Sorry guys. I'm not buying I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid here.
It wasn't scorning love, it was scorning attachments.
Yes. But
Just so you know.
but okay.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, how can you fall in love and not get attached?
Right.
So,
Right.
I don't get that. But I do the 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. That's my favorite order to watch them in.
4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's one where you find out, you watch 4 and 5, and then at the end of 5, you find out that he is Luke's father.
And so it does like
Spoiler
a flashback.
alert. And then you do the flashback where you find out how he got to that point. Mm-hmm. And then you finish it off with 6. And then you throw in episode 8, The Last Jedi. You don't watch The Force Awakens. You don't watch Rise of Skywalker. None of that. While we're on this topic, let's talk about The Acolyte. Speaking of Star Wars, The Acolyte is such a good villain story because it shows a character. Spoiler alert for The Acolyte. It shows the main character literally becoming evil.
Yeah.
And like straight up bleeding a kyber crystal to turn the lightsaber from, I think it was blue to red. And that's like so cool. And you know why she did it? Because he was hot. That's not true. That's not true. That's another show that's for the Book Talk girlies.
Yes, that is for the Book Talk girlies. That would make a really good Book Talk girly book.
It was not for the Star Wars bros that gatekeep Star Wars. It was very much for Book Talk girlies to enjoy.
Yeah.
And I'm so sad it got canceled. But anyway, enough about Star Wars. I honestly think Star Wars is the best villain origin story ever. Because it made sense. And it was told very well. So,
you know what I just realized? We can't talk about how one of the movies made sense because only half the movie's out.
which one?
Wait, what?
What?
Wicked. You can't talk about how her origin story makes sense because
I know.
only half the movie's out.
Listen, when we went to see Wicked, the 3 of us plus Angela and Jelani.
Yes.
For Jenna's birthday.
Yes.
I have never seen Wicked. And
you don't know the second
I
half.
know nothing. And I was like not expecting
Yes.
any of it because I know nothing. This is also coming from someone who has never seen Hamilton and could have sworn Tumblr convinced me that Hamilton was gay. So I also
Kind of is, but
You're not completely wrong.
but yeah, so anyway, I'm
Yeah.
very curious. We're gonna check in.
yeah.
Will we remember this?
End of this year.
in November, at the end of our season or
Yeah.
volume. We'll check in and say, "Oh, I know, I understand now."
Well, Jenny, you read Wicked, right?
I did read Wicked, yeah.
So we could definitely make a Wicked episode
totally.
because
Ooh.
you've read it and we've watched it. It'd
Yeah.
be like the Percy Jackson, but reversed.
Yeah.
That would actually be really fun.
We
Let's
could.
do it.
Maybe we'll do it when the second one comes out, so
That's
we
what
don't
I'm saying.
spoil anything when that comes out.
We could do it like we did with Percy
Yeah, yeah.
Jackson, where we recorded half
before and then
and
finish
then
the other
came
half
back and
after.
recorded. Yeah.
All your
So-
predictions, Megan, and what happened.
Oh,
Well,
that'd
from
be
what I
fun.
understand, is the second half is the Wizard of Oz story, but I don't understand. And I've seen like memes of people like talking about is like when what's her name? Who's Galinda?
Galinda.
Well, it's Glinda now.
Glinda,
She got
yeah.
rid of the guh.
When Glinda like realizes it's like when Glinda realizes who Dorothy squished.
Oh, yeah,
And
that was
have you
great.
guys seen that video of her? We'll have to send it to you, Jen.
so
It's
many
so
of them. They're
funny.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
And it shows her and like all the munchkins are singing and she's just like going, oh yeah, and then she like looks down and she goes, oh my god, oh my god.
Well, it's great too because it's the song. It's like what's going on in the Wizard of Oz, that like little opening song, and they're all like
Yeah.
having a nice little happy dance, and her eyes go wide looking down.
Oh crap.
We'll send it to you. It's so funny.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's for me, the one that I saw is the woman who does Jasper. I think we
Oh.
talked about this before. She does like a very good version of Jasper from Twilight.
Yeah.
Anyway, coming at you soon.
Yeah.
Wicked episode.
We've come up with our next episode, 7 months from now.
Right.
6 months from now.
What is
Yeah.
time?
Um,
So anyway, back to the topic. Do you guys like villain origin stories?
Obviously, based off
Yes.
of Jenna's obsession with Wicked.
yes. And you know what the funny thing is? Like, I love Wicked, but I was thinking about it and I was thinking, it doesn't make sense. It's not necessarily one that makes sense, but I loved it so much. Maleficent is one of my favorites.
Maleficent's really good.
Maleficent's a good one.
It's one of my favorite villain origin stories because it completely turns it on the head.
Oh yeah.
Where the king is the bad guy, and
he's so
like
bad.
she's like a mother figure to Aurora, and I loved it.
Speaking of the guy who, slight topic change. The guy who played that was Wickus in District 9, which was a reverse villain story where he started off as the villain and then became very, very sympathetic by the end. But it was the same guy, so it was like the reverse for Maleficent, where
He's just back and forth
he's
and
just
back and forth.
horrible.
Can't decide what he wants to do.
Which in Sleeping Beauty,
Yeah.
Stefan or whatever his name
Yeah,
was,
King
King
Stefan.
Stefan, he was like, he just wanted to protect his daughter.
Right.
And in this one, he's like, I'm only going to protect my daughter because Maleficent is freaking after me because
For
I
a
did
good
something
reason.
so horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
such a good one. I was not expecting that going into it.
You know what I learned recently because I haven't watched Maleficent in a while? Do you know who plays the teen version of the princess?
Oh, goodness. Is it Renesmee?
No.
Okay.
It's Ella Purnell.
I don't know who that is.
She plays Jackie in Yellow Jackets.
Oh.
And the girl from Fallout and
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
We like her.
I know. I just saw
She's in
somebody.
so much now.
I know, but I didn't realize she was in that. Like somebody was doing like, oh, all the roles that Ella Purnell played, and then like went through Maleficent. I'm like, who was she in Maleficent?
She also played, was it Vi or Powder? Not Powder.
No, she played Jinx.
Jinx,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
Powder.
Because I saw, but she didn't do the voice of Powder, did she?
Not the young version.
Okay, but Jinx.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Arcane.
Arcane.
I'm just like
Also,
Jinx or Powder or Vi, and I'm like, what are we talking about now? I'm
also
following for a little
Arcane.
bit.
Great morally gray story
Yes.
of like everybody's kind of a villain.
Literally.
Yep.
Arcane
Awesome.
is so good. I'll just, everything about Arcane is chef's kiss.
Yeah, Jenna, you need to watch it.
Apparently.
You should.
Okay.
It
has-
Add
what's her
it
name
to my
in it?
list. Vi or
Vi and
Pixie
Powder.
or
And,
Powder.
Haley Steinfeld plays the
Oh,
older
okay.
sister.
Yeah.
She voices the older sister.
I like her.
Yeah. No, I really think you'd like it. There's obviously a lot of really sad parts that would be very emotional, but
Yeah. Look, at this point, there's nothing I can do.
yeah, right.
Right.
They're all sad and emotional.
For the most part, it's like the parents dying, not
Yeah.
the child.
It's
For the
fair.
most part.
Lots of orphans in that
Look,
one.
I'm now feeling feelings, and it's weird, and I'm just gonna have to get used to it because they're here to stay, apparently.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, we've established
Yes,
we
that
love
we
a
like
good.
it.
Do you
We
have a
do.
good one? So like mine is Star Wars. Hers is Wicked. What's yours?
Oh,
Marissa,
origin story for villains?
that you ride or die.
I don't have a ride or die. It's something that I wanted to bring up as far as villains go, because a lot of what I was thinking of was like comic book heroes and stuff like that,
Yes.
villains. And I think some of my favorite villains, I love learning their origin stories in those. So one of my favorites is Magneto from X-Men.
Yes,
Yes.
that's such a good one.
Because when he was first introduced, he's just introduced as this, like, you know, mutants are superior, so we need to kill off everybody that's not a mutant. And you're like, wow, whoa, back up, buddy.
right.
But then you learn his origin story, and he's like a Holocaust survivor. He's been persecuted. It's basically he took it to an extreme of, like, I'm going to protect my people.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
And in order to do that, everyone else.
Everybody else dies.
Right. Which you would think, based on his origin story, especially the Holocaust surviving thing, that he'd understand that that's not the way to go. But
Yeah,
also,
but his thought process really is that, like, he does not believe that humans can live peacefully with
right.
mutants.
And that's proof
Yeah.
right there.
And that's the proof. That's the, like, hey, they think they're superior, so we have to get rid of them.
Right. But alas.
But he goes through a lot of different things. If you read the comics, and I haven't read all the comics, but he like at one point becomes, he like takes over as the professor for the New Mutant School and everything like that. And there are points where he is the good guy
Yeah.
and not just the bad guy. But yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of my favorites. And other one I like is Poison Ivy from Batman.
I was gonna say I love
Yes.
Poison Ivy too.
Poison Ivy, once again, just takes it to the extreme. Like, hey, humans are killing off this world, so we're going to kill off the humans to make the plants grow and be
Right.
happy and good.
She's one of those ones where I know you can find the comics for her backstory, but it would be cool to see a origin story kind of movie done for her, a little bit more like in depth on that. Because I know we have the movie with Uma Thurman
yeah.
and everything, but it's just it's so quick because it's just a snippet of that story because there's multiple villains and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it'd be cool to see.
We've had a Catwoman movie.
Yeah.
Give us
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy. Yeah.
Give us Harley Quinn and
I was
Poison
gonna
Ivy
say,
as
yeah, and then
lesbian.
Harley
That's
Quinn
like
and
the
Poison
next step.
Ivy.
We already get that with the Harley Quinn comic or the cartoon, which is
Yeah.
great, but also a cool movie would be awesome.
Yeah, live
I
action would
want
be cool.
Margot Robbie and Bridget Reagan to play.
Who's Bridget Reagan?
Bridget Reagan, I don't know what you guys would know her from. Did you guys watch Jane the Virgin?
Yes.
She's a redhead, like, stepmom in season 1. Spoiler for Jane the Virgin, she's the one that turns out to be the killer.
Oh,
I don't remember that one.
Rose, I think, is her name.
Oh, okay. Yes, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, she was the lesbian lover to the daughter.
Okay.
whoa!
Yeah,
I've never watched Jane the Virgin, but now I want
you
to.
should
Oh,
watch.
it's so fun.
100% watch Jane the Virgin.
It is so
a
fun.
telenovela that makes fun of telenovelas, and it's so fun.
Okay, I'll
I
add
love
it to my list.
I love that she like writes a book in the show
Yeah,
and the book actually came out.
yeah,
That's awesome.
I haven't read the book. Probably not will not, but
yeah.
yeah. I love that. And then it's like the character's name is the writer. Anyway. Yeah. That's a good one. I agree. Let's give us Harley Quinn
Is
and
that
Poison
the,
Ivy.
the rookie?
Yes, the
Yeah.
lawyer from The Rookie.
Yeah. We like the rookie, so that's how I know her
Yes,
from.
yes.
And I only remember because you were like, "Oh, Poison Ivy."
Yeah, because she does end up playing Poison Ivy at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she played her in, like, Batgirl or something, one of the CW ones.
Okay.
And she was a lesbian in it, so it was cool.
CW, huh?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
Like, Marissa knows where all the lesbians are. She doesn't watch them necessarily. She just knows where they're at.
I wanted her to be Poison Ivy. Somebody told me she was Poison Ivy, and she was gay. So I watched the scenes with her, and then I didn't watch anything else.
That's okay.
Pretty sure No. Batgirl? Supergirl. One of them has a lot of lesbian in it.
Supergirl.
Yeah.
I did not watch the scenes where they were gay.
I didn't care as much.
Her sister is gay in that, Lexi.
Yeah, Lexi.
Yeah.
I watched Flash, so...
Is it
Caught a lot
Lexi
of-
Luthor?
No.
No, but
Okay.
everybody wants Supergirl and Lena Luthor to be together because they have good chemistry.
Oh.
But they're not.
Is Supergirl still going on, do you know?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they wrapped up all their DCs.
Okay.
But
Sadly, I wish Legends of Tomorrow was still going.
it's funny. This is kind of off topic. You're going to have such a fun time editing this.
That's fine.
Mom and I were talking about... We were talking about something that we watched in order or whatever, and I was talking about that. She goes, oh, yeah, what did I do that with? Oh, The Flash and The Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow.
We went and saw Thunderbolts.
Oh,
that's what it was.
was.
We were talking about Marvel, and she's like, I haven't watched all of the Marvel shows, but I watched Flash. And we're like, that's DC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally different. But no, it was funny because me and her were talking about it when we were driving to Lodi, and I said something about how I watched all of the Marvels in order when COVID hit.
Yeah.
And that's the only time I actually caught up on the Spider-Mans, which is funny because that's my son's favorite superhero right now is Spider-Man. Like, everything is Spider-Man. And so I had said something about how it was cool because, well, spoiler alert, but if you don't know this yet, you're living under a rock. Like, in the newest Spider-Man, they had all the other Spider-Mans,
That was the best ever.
And it was just such a great, like, twist. And Mom was like, oh, I've never watched any of the Spider-Mans. I was like, oh, I watched them, all the Marvels at one time. And she goes, oh, yeah, I did that with The Flash. I go, DC. But okay. Which we told you on Friday.
Yep.
But she was like, yeah, and I'd watch The Arrow. And she goes, if I had to choose my favorite of those, it would probably have been Green Arrow. And I go, I'd say The Flash because it's the only one I watched all of. And Marissa would say Legends of Tomorrow.
Yep.
So we have each of it covered. Supergirl and Batgirl.
Legends of Tomorrow was the best one. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
But yeah. Superheroes. I think the fun thing about superheroes and the comic book world in general is that it's so, like, interesting and diverse that they do get a kind of breakdown into each of the villains' backstories and why they are the way they are. And you get a little bit more than just like, oh, this is the bad guy. Here's Sandman. He's just angry and wants to, kill everyone. And here's Green Goblin. He's just going to kill everyone. You get more of why.
But I think with comics, back in the day, they were the, like, cheesy villains.
Right.
Yes.
And then they slowly started to, like, not progress, but then, other artists and writers would be like, well, I want to write a comic about Lex Luthor or, the Joker or something. And then we started getting all of these backstories. But the problem is so many people want to do their own version of the backstory.
Right.
So then now we have like 20 iterations. And I mean, Marvel now just says, oh, that's because there's a multiverse. And I'm sure DC does that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's different worlds in DC.
Yeah.
So then they're
That's
just
technically Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl are two separate things.
interesting.
But they meet up.
yes, they
At
do
one point.
overlap.
Okay.
Yeah. They have different worlds.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what they did with like I was talking about with Magneto, where like 1966 or something like that is the first X-Men comic.
Yeah.
And that's all it was Magneto was just the bad guy.
Right.
He wanted to kill all the humans, and so we had to stop him from killing the humans. So the X-Men like banded together to try to stop him.
Yeah.
But then at one point somebody's like, well, why is he doing this? And I'm going to give him a story. And
We
they built it.
We could do a whole episode on just comics.
Oh, 100%.
Totally.
And you know who would be a great co-host for that one? Or not co-host, but guest for that one? Ryan.
Ryan.
I would say Ryan or Johnny, right? Johnny likes them
Ooh,
too.
we could bring Johnny in.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
You've met Johnny, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it'd be fun to... I'd love to do a comic episode. I'm not as in-depth in comics. I didn't really read the comics as much. There'd be like a handful that I might... I really want to know about this. So I'd kind of like read part of the comics, but not get really in-depth into it. So
Yeah.
it would be fun. I'd be the outsider that doesn't know.
I'll give you all of Saga before
I've got some of
you
Saga.
come in. I have all of Saga.
I don't remember when I stopped reading Saga, but there was a certain point where I forgot to keep up with it.
I am waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
And they had a whole, I think it was like 2.5 year hiatus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give you Saga and you can contribute with that.
There you go.
And then
Another
I could
good
do...
one,
I was
The
gonna say,
Wicked and
maybe
the
I just-
Divine.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I was going to be like, I could just read Spider-Man, but that would take me, at least 10 years.
Right, could give you some good Spider-Man Rex probably.
Yeah, once again, like you said, the hard part is
Now it's
there's
so
so
convoluted.
many different ones
Yep.
that
Yeah.
like you would have to find which story you wanted to read.
Right.
Like if you want to read X-Men, do you want to read like the new X-Men? Do you want to read like X-23? Do you want to read,
Yeah.
you know, all the Dark Phoenix saga? It's like there's a lot that you can get into.
Yeah.
There's even some you can get on Kindle
Yeah.
from the library as well, or
That'd be
like
cool.
for from Libby. I know
Yeah.
that they do a lot of comics, so that way you're not spending $5 on a 20-page thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, back to the topic.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean,
No,
it
we've
is a
been on
topic.
topic. Yeah,
topic.
we've been
We're
on
good.
topic. Yeah. All right, our next question is, what are some of your favorites? I mean, we've already kind of
I feel like that
delved
kind of-
into that one.
Built into that, yeah.
Yeah, I
Are
made
there
a
any
list of
others?
mine.
Are there any others that you want to talk about necessarily?
You know what's a goofy one that I know we're going to talk about origin stories later, but a goofy one that I think would be fun to look at, and I haven't finished the books, so I can't really say 100% what I know about it, but is Count Olaf.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Count Olaf from
The
Series of Unfortunate Events.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Count Dracula meets Olaf the Snowman, and I was like very confused.
No,
Please
Count
someone
Olaf.
draw that for me because I want to post that with this episode. I want Olaf with vampire fangs and the Dracula cape. And like looking over the edge, but Megan, you're the only artist. So this is what we're expecting.
I am going to be out of town, but maybe I'll try.
Just sketch
Anyway,
it up really
do you know if his origin story is?
I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
So once again, I didn't finish the book,
Yeah.
so I don't know what the books tell you about what's going on in the like bigger picture of it all.
Okay.
I don't know if he has an origin story out there, but it's just he is one of those just cartoony, goofy villains
Yes,
out
he
there.
is.
So I'm all like, what's your deal?
But he is very heinous, and I remember at least in the movie, the Jim Carrey version slapped her,
Oh yeah.
and I was just like, dang, that's heinous.
Well, he's not a good guy.
Right, but I think of like the goofy ones. They always get their comeuppance where like they fall flat on their face or something.
Yeah.
When they try to like hurt the good guy, but
No.
yeah, Count Olaf is he's just not good,
No.
but also goofy
Yeah.
because I mean he wears
Because
freaking
his name is
outfits
Count
and
Olaf.
He's dramatic.
he's very dramatic. Yes.
I just found out that my tea has a little quote on the bottom of the lid.
Oh.
And I thought it was not perfect for this episode, but I do have to just insert it in because it does kind of fit this episode. It says, "Do not be so sweet that people will eat you up, nor so bitter that they will spit you out." Pashto folk
Interesting.
saying. It's a Pashto folk saying, so not a quote, I guess. It's just a saying. But
Very cool.
yeah, I was like, that's kind of perfect. I have to bring this up really quick now that I've noticed it. But yeah. Yeah, I think for as far as, like, I talked about Maleficent is one of my favorites. I do really like the Darth Vader one because I do think it fits really well. And obviously Wicked. We talk about Wicked all the time. But it's like, I think that
What about bookish? Do you have any bookish favorites?
I really enjoyed the Fairest in the Cinder series.
Oh yeah.
Because I felt like it came in right at the right time where you kind of are like, she's such a bad villain.
Queen Lavanna, yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, but it doesn't redeem her by any means, but it gives you that backstory of why she became who she is and who she is. And I think that's a good one.
Speaking of Marissa Meyer, Heartless.
Yep.
is
Heartless
one.
is good. I didn't love that book as much, but
It was
does
an
a
origin
good.
story
Yeah, she
of
does
Queen
an
of
origin.
Hearts, yeah.
But
Yeah.
what about you, Megan?
I have so my favorites tend to be the one where it's like, here's the bad guy for like book 1, but once you like hop into book 2, it's like actually there's like a really, really worse bad guy
Oh yeah.
who like this guy's just the puppet for basically. So for me it's the Sabriel series where in book 1 it's Karagor's the bad guy, but then like book 2 to 3 it's like basically the Lucifer of that world almost, where it's like one of the creators of the world and the magic system is just like, I just want to rule everybody, and all of the other like magical gods are just like, please don't. Please. So that's it. And then I also like the Darker Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab does that as well, where I think in book 1 Holland is the bad guy, and then the rest of the series it's like this like looming ever-present dark magic that is like even worse, and then at some point they have to like team up with Holland. I love when they have to team up with the bad guy. That's like one of my favorites. And then The Fifth Element, the movie The Fifth Element. You think that not Emperor, Zord, I forgot his name. He's the bad guy, but it's actually this giant planet that wants to wipe out all life. Spoiler alert. But yeah.
You
So I
like Assassin's
those.
Creed? You got
Oh.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
there's a whole thing of like you think you're going after the bad guy, and then you're like, wait, this was too easy. It's like, oh, really? The bad guy is this guy.
Is it specifically in the one you're playing now, or most Assassin's Creeds?
I know there's at least one other one that does it, but this one definitely.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed Shadows does it.
Just for context, anytime that we come over to record and like come over a couple minutes early and Marissa's playing, it's been so much fun to watch. I don't
like
want to
it.
record. I want to keep watching.
I like when people like watching me play video games because I like just playing video games.
I mean, if you want to hang out and just play video games, I'm not working.
I was doing that with Elias the other day because Mom was over here and they tried to put Elias down for a nap, and that lasted like half an hour.
Didn't go well.
But like he came out and I was like, "You want to help me kill some bad guys?" And so he like sat on my lap and I'm like, "I'm decapitating these people on the screen."
And he's like, "Go, TT, go, TT, go."
I'll literally like I was like, why is this guy messing with me? He's like, "You got this, TT."
He's very, very supportive.
Yes.
Except when he tells you it's not healthy for you, Jenna.
Yes, it's not healthy for me and I can't have it.
That's not support, Elias. Come on.
I know.
All
Work
right.
with me
He's
here.
going to like listen to this episode when he's like 15 and be like, Mom.
Mom, why are you talking about me
Mom?
like this?
I also, a good bad guy that we did end up getting the origin story for was Underworld.
Underworld.
Do you know Underworld, the movie?
Oh, yeah, gosh.
The
forever
vampires
ago.
versus werewolves. Vampires versus lycans, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Kate Beckinsale. And then I don't remember.
Lauren was obsessed with it. Me and Lauren liked it a lot in high school.
It was so good.
It was very good.
I remember when I think it was like the second or the third one came out. My brother and I went, and I was like, "This is rated R, and I'm not 18."
Yeah.
But my brother was 18 at the time, so
Yeah.
I had a chaperone or whatever. But yeah, my brother and I really liked that movie a lot.
It was good.
It was very good. But the guy who played in you like the book, but you never want to watch the show. Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett.
Oh.
Good Omens.
Good Omens.
yeah.
The guy who plays the angel in that one.
Yeah.
And he was the bad guy in Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was the bad vampire guy. He was the like lycan bad guy in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I haven't watched that in so long now. I want to go watch it.
Yes.
It's not appropriate for 2-year-olds. I can't watch that with witches.
I actually just rewatched it the other day because I was just like, I haven't seen this probably since I was in college, and I rewatched it and I forgot so much.
Oh, yeah.
It was really good. It was really good. But yeah, we got an origin movie of his, and I thought that was so fun.
Yeah.
And he's another one where you think he's the bad guy, but then he's got his reasons.
Yeah.
And maybe the vampires are the bad guy. I don't know.
Could be.
All right, next question. Who would you love to see? I did not write down the full question. Who would you love to see that you haven't? That's what I wrote.
Whose origin story would you love to see that you have not seen or read? Like if you could have movies about a villain, or if you could have a movie about a villain, or if you could read a book about a villain, like
Specifically their origin story?
specifically either their origin and or redemption arc.
Oh. So my question, which we'll do next, would just be who deserves their own book or movie?
Well, I mean, it's kind of
yeah.
similar. It's like,
But it's like I don't want origin story or redemption, just like give me their story.
give me the, well, I mean, that is their story. Like, what happened to them? Why are they the way they are?
No, like, so I'm talking about like Darth Vader now
Oh, okay.
and just going about being evil, but not redeeming himself. I mean, he does eventually. Or his
But
origin
isn't that
story.
his normal story?
I'm talking like comic books. Anyway.
I'm confused. I mean, I'm just...
Okay. So yes,
Who
you got this. You got.
who would you like to see in a origin and or redemption arc story? Which just focus
Not
on
even.
them.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. No, I understand what you guys are both saying, and I understand why you both think you're talking about different things.
But it's the same thing.
No, because you're saying origin or redemption. You're just saying from perspective. So in your story, they're the hero of their story, but it's not an origin and it's not a redemption. It's just their side.
Oh, okay.
And you're saying like, okay, this is how they got there or how they redeem themselves.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm fine with anything. I just want to know who you want to know more
Who you
about.
want a story.
Who you want the story of, necessarily.
But I do think...
And I guess, since we're doing it this way, if we're mixing the two questions, why don't you talk about this, I want this villain, and I want their origin, or I want their redemption, or I want just that side of it. So,
just watching them do their bad thing. Be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Be the mega mind side of it.
Yes.
The
there you go. Yeah.
So the despicable me kind of thing. I get you.
I actually kind of love that we got both of those style movies.
Yeah.
That is so fun.
For kids, too.
For kids, right.
For me, as far as like bookish things go, I had two separate ones. I did two for bookish and I did two Disney ones.
Oh, interesting.
Because Disney does a lot of their, they have the Cruella, they had the Maleficent, and I was like, if I could have my villains, who would they be? So for Disney, I did Ursula, and then Marissa and I both talked about Captain Hook. I think both of those would be.
Guess what? Once upon a time, you get both those origin stories.
Yes, but no. It's like other people have written both those stories, but it's just like I kind of specifically want more to it. Mm-hmm. Like Once Upon a Time literally takes everyone and is like, here's all of their stories.
Yeah,
and it's like,
I don't think that Captain Hook's origin story was that he was chasing Rumpelstiltskin.
Right.
What do you mean?
He didn't steal Rumpelstiltskin's wife. I'm sorry.
Me and Marissa were talking about, I would really like, my ideal thing, Marissa found out that there is a book from this point of view, which is funny because...
Yeah, I don't know the details about the book, but there is a Captain Hook origin story book.
Which is funny because it's kind of what I had wanted, which was Captain Hook was a lost boy who realizes like the fault in Peter Pan and is trying to like save other lost boys from him, which I thought would be real cool.
Do you also get the Facebook targeted ads, or not ad? It's not even ad. It's just like the reels or whatever Facebook has of the smutty versions of those.
Oh my gosh, I have gotten them before. I haven't seen the Hook one. Oh wait, no, I have seen the Hook one.
I think it's literally called Hooked. Yeah,
and then there was like a Jafar and Princess Jasmine one, and it freaked me out a little bit. And I was like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, there was a part of me that grew up and I was like, oh, okay, I could kind of ship that, but it's like, then I think I read the first chapter and I was like, well, maybe I can't ship this. Like, it is a little too much for me. Maybe too dark. But, yeah, no, I would like those type of, for Disney, those are the villains I'd like.
I think the interesting thing about Captain Hook, too, is because I was talking to Jenna about it, because we both made a comment of, like, Captain Hook was one of the ones we thought of. But, like, I want to say Captain Hook, but I understand that Peter Pan the story is literally just a metaphor, really. It's not really a story. It is, but it's not. And so it's like Captain Hook just represented adults and adulthood, and that's why he was the villain. And so I think that makes it really messed up when you want to hear his origin story, especially reading it as an adult and being like, oh, he's kind of right. But it's sad that he's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ruins the metaphor, but...
I mean, it makes the metaphor a bit more real and sad.
Yeah. Ursula, I think... What I like about Ursula is you obviously know that there's history between her and Triton.
Yeah.
So I think that could make a really interesting... It would make a Maleficent type story where it would have that, what happened between you two to drive you to villainy and to want to get back at him so badly.
So the books that came out, are they the Twisted Tale ones? Is that the ones that have the... Are they called the Twisted Tales?
They do have the Twisted Tales. Those are not the smutty ones, though.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about the smutty ones, no.
Like
no. I'm talking about the actual Disney ones.
Yeah, Disney did do, like, Twisted Tales. I've never read them because, to me, they seem like fan fiction on Disney, and I don't really care about fan fiction on Disney. It would be more that I'd want the movie, I think. I'd want the Maleficent. Yeah. I'd want the, that kind of thing. Although, admittedly... Little Mermaid was incredibly cheesy and hard for me to watch as live action. And so it would be kind of hard, I think, for me to watch an Ursula live action too.
I'm pretty sure Disney's done making live action for a while.
Oh yeah,
After Snow White. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a big blowout.
I think the thing though that's about like that's totally different is Maleficent isn't a retelling.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it technically is sort of Sleeping Beauty, but it's not like the live action of Sleeping Beauty.
Well, that's like Cruella. Cruella's the same thing, so that's why I want it.
Cruella.
You haven't seen Cruella?
Oh my gosh,
That's a good
it's
one.
so good.
I know it's Emma Stone, and I love Emma Stone, but I keep forgetting it exists.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's what I want. I want the Maleficent. I want the Cruella of Ursula's.
Okay, yeah.
But-
I think that would be actually really, really fun.
Yeah.
Would you still want the same actress that they put? What was it Melissa McCarthy or whatever?
No, I think if it's its own thing, I want its own thing.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I don't necessarily want the live action because they have live action 101 Dalmatians, but they didn't use. Was it Glenn Close?
Yeah,
that did?
she was Ursula
Yeah.
or Cruella. Yeah,
So it's like I want someone else.
yeah.
I wish
Especially
they
'cause
brought
I
Hugh
also
Laurie
want
back.
Huh?
Or if they brought Hugh Laurie back as the burglar.
Oh, right.
No, but I do think that especially because it would be someone I'd want the earlier story, so I'd want to see her in her youth. So I think it would have to be someone that it would be
Younger
fine.
and- yeah.
If Melissa McCarthy was like her looking back and you like got like glimpses, I'd be fine. But I want someone else completely.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about the chick from Bridgerton? That's
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Penelope.
Penelope.
I don't
She would
know.
be a
I know
really
she's in
good
Dairy
Ursula.
Girls.
Yeah.
I literally only know that she's in Dairy Girls and she's in Bridgerton.
She has an actual name, and I just gave her name from the show instead. But yeah. I forget her name off the top of my head. And I
she was
love her,
Claire in Dairy Girls, and she played the lesbian. That's all I know.
too. Yeah. Yeah, she'd do a good Ursula, I think. That would be fun
Yeah.
to find out the background of that.
Yeah. How about you, Marissa? Do you want origin story, redemption arc, or something in between?
We're sticking with movies at this point. We'll do bookish next round. Movie.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Movie
Movies.
or comic book or whatever.
I don't know. I'll be honest, I didn't really put that much thought into it. We talked about Captain Hook already. That was my big one that I really thought about. I did think Ursula too. The hard part is a lot of the villains that I was thinking of like Marvel or DC and stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of them already have their
Right.
origin stories or their points of views and stuff like
Besides
that.
Poison Ivy, which you had already said that you wanted.
Yeah, but she still has her comic books that are her
Yeah.
But what
ones that you would know.
I'm guessing in this, what do you want it as a movie? If you knew a DC or comic book, like if you wanted the Magneto, you want this movie of his specifically.
That'd be heavy.
Dude. I mean, they still kind of do it though. Like X-Men First Class does it. They
Yeah.
talk about his origin story there. They honestly, X-Men 1 talked about his story, like
Yeah.
the very first X-Men movie.
You say with quotes, like people can see our quotes.
Yeah, my quotation marks. Did you guys not hear those quotation marks? the Ian McKellen X-Men
He
movie.
is so good, and that's like the first shot of the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
It was
like
heavy.
X-Men, the first, like just X-Men,
yeah.
is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yep, me
it
too.
was so good.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just, like I said, there's a lot of them that they just already have it. There's ones that they do that I don't like. Like, I didn't like the Joker movie. I didn't like...
Yeah.
I honestly
That's
didn't
because
like
you're a
Suicide
woman.
Squad. I didn't really like Suicide Squad all that much. I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of anything right now. I think a lot of them I already get a little bit of. I talked about how I really like the villain in Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
And when you learn the like backstory of it, it's really cool, but I don't know like if I'd want a full movie of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. There's the spoiler villain from Priory that we talk about all the time, but
Yep. I would love a book just about her.
yeah.
Just an entire book of how she went from they went from start to finish.
Yeah.
I guess not to finish because, dang it. You said, Jenna, why are
said-
you here?
You said her, and then tried to come back like them,
Like
and I'm
you
like,
didn't
I know,
just
I
say
know.
it.
But the funny part is from everything I know, every character in there is female, with the exception of like two.
Yeah,
So it's not
that's
like
true.
you
It
gave
doesn't
anything
narrow it down.
Literally,
Doesn't
yes.
narrow it down. it's funny though because that just made me think of when Jelani spoiled Elias's sex because he was like, "Well, we could always name our next kid that if it's a girl."
Oh, and you're just like, okay.
Well, and then he had to try to cover it up by saying something else about it later.
I'm just like looking at him and he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Are you for real? You just told Marissa what the sex of a child is."
But the best part was I wasn't paying attention at that point.
She had no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, he thought I wouldn't be able to keep it a secret, and I totally was. He couldn't.
Yeah. The first time I moved home and we had our D&D was the day of your gender reveal party that you had brought the cupcakes over.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
that
guys.
was fun. Marissa drove me over.
Oh yeah, that was
You
really
picked me
fun.
up, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
You
surprise.
were the only one that knew because even though I had just bought my car that day,
Yeah.
I was like, I still want to keep it a surprise, but I don't want to like drive my brand new car.
Yeah.
Can you pick me up? Thank you for that.
I felt really cool. You
Yeah.
know, being the only person that knew.
That was so fun. Okay. This is an off-topic podcast, but
Yeah.
we're doing great.
Sidetrack Nation.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about
Movies.
like movies specifically. Like I did talk about Underworld, but we did get a prequel to that. I don't really care about The Fifth Element. Maybe one of my favorite villains was Watchmen from the Watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically the movie because I haven't read the comic. Even though I think he's still the villain in the comic, I'm not sure. But I wouldn't mind like going more in depth into why he decided to embrace the chaos, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I know why. But
like having an actual story. Of
like
it.
going from him being like this really, really good guy to then suddenly being super, super bad. I wouldn't mind more into that. I actually don't know if the Watchmen show goes more into that, but I know that the Watchmen show is supposed to be like very divergent from both the movie and the comic book, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's in that.
Well, do you want to start us on bookish then, since you didn't really think about movies?
Yeah.
And then I'll jump in with my bookish too.
So I mentioned earlier Darker Shades of Magic. I would like a book on just Holland.
Yeah.
Like,
I
just-
never read those, so.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love one just on Holland and how he had to like survive in. So he's from White London because there's like 4 different Londons. So he's from White London and how he had to like basically just straight up survive, and you know,
How he
like-
became who he is.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love one of him. V. Schwab, please. Holland, more Holland, please. Also, any more Sabriel books,
Yeah.
Old Kingdom books by Garth Nix, anything. Just give them all to me.
Never stop with those.
Yeah. How about you?
I put Luke from Addie LaRue.
I thought you were going to say Percy Jackson, and I was like, Jenna.
like, really?
Jenna, oh my gosh.
Let's talk about
My
this.
moment, yes.
No,
From Addie LaRue, yeah.
From Addie LaRue. I think it would be fun to have a origin / redemption arc where you find out like his story kind of coming to completion and him
Yeah.
finally finding his own love, and then also like the story of how he became the darkness and stuff like that.
Because we still don't really even know what he is.
Yeah, you really don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a fun one.
That would be a good one.
And then I put the Nightbringer and Karis Venturia from An Ember in the Ashes. I think she's a mom, and like you know little bits about her, but it's like she's a mom, and moms are supposed to be motherly and matronly and caring and stuff like that, and she is like cold.
But
she's
she's
so cold.
And she's like raised in such a
Yeah.
strict and like not only the culture itself,
Right.
but then her job.
Right.
So it's like
It would have been interesting to see how she went, if she was always the way she was, how she became the person she was,
if she even
how
had
she
like
had Elias,
a
like,
moment of softness towards
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
like as he's a baby,
Right.
Yeah.
And then the Nightbringer, he's very much just wanted, you know, like he wanted to revenge for his people, you know, for everything that they went through and all their persecution, and just watching him become the Nightbringer would have been interesting too.
Did we get snippets? I feel like we got snippets of his past, but I feel like we need a lot more.
Yes, it's one of those
like
ones
an
that
entire
it's like,
book of him.
Yeah, it's really good because I think that it gave enough of it that we knew enough about him, but not so much that it ruined his evil villain outlook. Same with her, though. Karis.
Yeah.
You got little bits about her, but not enough to make her redeemed at all or understood in any way.
Yeah. Best friend Hannah's reading those books, but she's reading them very slowly. Hannah, pick up the pace.
Come on.
And she's like, yeah, I just finished 2. And I'm just like, yeah, you got 2 more. You're halfway. You're halfway there. Come on.
What about you, Marissa? Any bookish ones that you...
I already said my bookish ones, which was
yeah.
Olaf and
That's right.
the
Kill
one
Olaf.
from Priory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next question. Who was right?
Killmonger. That's my go-to every time.
What's Killmonger from?
Black Panther.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was right.
Which is why at the end, the Black Panther did what he said.
Yeah, 100%. He's like, I finally defeated the bad guy. Now let's listen to him.
Yeah.
Not really, but basically.
I could not focus on that movie because I have trypophobia, however you say it, and the scars on his body
Oh,
were
interesting story about
so
that.
bad for me to watch that I had to just focus on like hiding him that I can't watch it
Yeah.
because I know that it freaks me out
Yeah.
to watch it, but I want to watch it because I don't remember what his whole thing was. What was Killmonger? What was
His
Killmonger's
whole thing was he
issue?
wanted to open up Wakanda to the rest of the world.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because
that makes
Wakanda
sense.
was isolated and
Yeah.
was very much like closed off from everybody. And they're like, well, we're far more advanced. It's fine. We don't need to, be part of the rest of the world. And
But he
he's like,
talks about, like, everything that their black brothers and sisters go through outside of Wakanda.
Oh.
And he was like, this isn't right that we're not standing up for the rest of our society. And
we're just letting them
we're
be.
just letting them be victimized, essentially,
Dang.
and, like, treated, like, racially unjust and all of that stuff. So he was like, you have the ability to, like, take care of everyone. So why aren't you?
Yeah, he makes sense.
Not so fun fact about the scars that you don't like on his
Yeah.
body. So there's 2 things about that. One, I guess it is supposedly was supposed to be Killmonger honoring his ancestral background and everything like that. But he did each of the little like marks of the scars.
Wasn't it a murder?
Was one of the people that he murdered.
Yeah.
One of the people that he killed. So it was like, okay, you're still a bad guy, and that's a really bad, like, tally sheet to be keeping
Yeah.
on you. But you were right.
Yeah.
Look, I don't support your murdering, but at the same time, you do have good ideas.
Yeah.
Maybe we could meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the number one I always think about. Was
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
What about you, Megan? We've just threw out.
For me, it was Gabriel from Lifelike.
Mm.
Did you guys, any of
No.
you? No.
No.
I
Lifelike?
still have yet to finish reading an entire J. Kristoff on his own yet.
Oh, right. Yes, you talked about that. Yeah, Gabriel, he was right, but I can't explain why because you
when
guys
we
haven't
read it,
Yeah.
we will know.
But yeah, he was definitely right. Obviously, the whole point is that he went about the wrong way of doing it. But like you said, Poison Ivy
Yep.
is also
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But she's going about, well, I mean, how else do you go about saving the planet?
Well, yeah, but the thing about Poison Ivy is that she doesn't care about human life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she cares about plants, and so she'll go like to these power plants and stuff that are making
Yeah.
terrible like things happen to the earth, and just destroy every living person in that.
Right.
And not care.
Right. I'm trying to think, like, it's kind of difficult because the Acolyte, he was right. Because the thing about that was what Jenna was saying is, what if the Jedi aren't the good guys all the
Yeah.
time? And obviously they weren't
No.
because they were in power, and how did they get that power? Not peacefully. So yeah, the Acolyte also, I would say that the stranger was right. I'm trying to remember. I wrote down Chrono Crusade, which was an anime / manga, and I don't remember what I liked about it or why I wrote it down, really. Was it just because I liked the bad guy? I think I liked the bad guy, and this is not a spoiler because it starts off the manga this way, was the bad guy was her brother who was, like, possessed almost. I think I liked that one.
Yep.
I don't know if he was right or not.
Why?
I just...
Not really the same thing, but that made me think of Death Note.
Oh, yeah. I actually just watched this video where it was an animated Family Feud version of anime questions, and one of the questions was which bad guy was right.
Yeah.
And someone said Kira/Light.
Yeah.
And was he right he started off.
Yeah, I mean, is he, like, his whole thing was like, I'm gonna become God, and you're like, that's not right.
Okay.
So he started off being like, oh, here's this murderer that got away. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take him out.
Yeah.
And then he's like, whoa.
He's like, I'm
I got
only
the
going to
power.
punish bad guys, but
then-
the people that are against me are bad guys because
Yes.
they're against me because I'm doing the right thing. So I'm going to kill them too.
Exactly.
So
was he right?
it's a good question.
Good question.
Yeah.
I think Death Note itself is such a... Like, that you could have a whole, like... I'm thinking like an entire college lecture
Yeah.
just talking about Death Note. Like,
Yeah.
reading it, watching it. I know the live-action movies of that one are so good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember watching the live action ones. I know I did.
Yeah.
But I think I was much younger and didn't really retain it as much. I watched the anime and I read the manga.
Yeah. They were very, very good. I watched them when I visited Kathy up in college.
Oh, okay.
And that entire weekend I was sick. And so she's like, I'm going to drown out your sickness with tea. But of course I had to pee every 5 minutes.
Right.
And we were watching the movie and I was like, you got to pause it. I'm so sorry. And she's like, I feel like I'm watching an actual anime where I have to wait every 20 minutes
Yeah.
because you have to
pee.
go pee. So we have to like, okay, next episode. But yeah. Also, Zuko. You could say Zuko was kind of right only because he wasn't right, but he was like in his mental thing, the only way to get back into his father's good graces was to find the Avatar.
Yeah. Well, I think at that point he didn't know what he wanted. All he
Exactly.
wanted was to be accepted.
Yes.
And so he didn't learn to be himself until later.
Right. When he got a good hairstyle.
Once his hair grew out a little bit.
I love in book 3 when they all basically just like changed their entire style.
Yeah.
And like Aang had hair for a hot second. Katara had like a completely different style. I don't remember if Sokka, did he change his hairstyle at all?
Yeah, his sides grew out.
Oh, okay. And then Zuko was just like, I'm just an emo boy.
Yeah.
And he just went full emo.
I was laughing. I just looked up because I was curious about like what the internet says with the villains that had it right. And it was like
tell us.
Edgar from the Aristocrats. Aristocrats.
Who was Edgar?
Edgar
Was he the
from-
one who kidnapped the cats?
Yes. Edgar, look, I'm sorry. The old lady's leaving all her money to cats after you've taken care of her for all these years. Maybe you have a point.
Yeah.
I wanted to laugh so hard. I was like, this would not be an appropriate time while you guys were talking about. But yeah, it said that, and it said Screenslaver from The Incredibles 2, which actually has a good point because it was like everyone's getting, complacent waiting for someone else to save them. And I was like, that's a good point too. Yeah.
There's a big debate on The Last of Us Part 2, but
I was going to say that one popped
Oh.
up in there too. And then
that's very debatable.
there's a lot that most of them were DC or Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I think that that's the thing that's happening a lot with the comic books is that like their backstories, there's a reason they are the way they are. They just take it to the extreme, and it's not that they're wrong. It's just that maybe they shouldn't kill people while they're trying to do this.
Right.
Well, I do like the fact that somebody, I think it had to do with like the poorly described thing, like we did was it last week that we did that?
Yeah.
The poorly described thing was like talking about Batman now. It's like rich kid beats up on all these mentally ill people.
Right.
Because it's literally just these like traumatized mentally ill people.
Yeah.
And he's just a rich kid that's like goes out, beats them up, throws them in jail or in asylum.
Right. But he doesn't kill them, at least.
No, he just beats the crap out of
He
them.
does.
He's just a bully.
Oh, I
Yeah.
had one just now, and I lost it. And it was Who Was Right, but I completely forgot what it was. Was it a Disney
DC
one?
or Marvel or Disney?
Possibly the Ruby one is right.
Oh, but Ruby hasn't ended, right? So you don't
It
know?
has not. I'm really hoping we're getting little bits. It's finally streaming again.
Oh, okay.
Because it was a big thing where it wasn't streaming for a while. You could still watch it on YouTube, but
Yeah.
it wasn't streaming for a while, and now it's streaming again. So I'm like, progress.
Progress.
Possibly more coming out soon. And honestly, I think it's getting close to the end, just based off of how things are going.
Yeah. Is it reaching that climactic point where things are building? The teams are assembling, and then you're just like, oh, something's going on.
It's one of those things where it's like it's getting to that point where like, okay, everything's going bad right now, so it has to get to the like really
Oh.
bad thing is gonna turn around and
Right.
Oh, the guy from Ratatouille was another one that popped up. Maybe you don't want a rat making you food. Like,
I mean, right. Or
the
rat.
rat doesn't touch the food.
yeah.
It touches the hair on the guy that makes the food.
Does he make sure the guy washes his hand, though?
Probably. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched Ratatouille.
One of the cutest things is you could get the headband at Disneyland, and it has clips for the hands, so you like put your hair up into the clips for the hands, so it looks like Ratatouille is, or not
That's
his,
adorable.
Rennie
Yeah.
is controlling you. His name is not Ratatouille.
Yeah.
We
I'm
thought about
so-
doing Remy and what's his face as Halloween and putting a light
Oh
when he was a
yeah,
little
that'd
baby.
be so cute.
But now he's too old; it wouldn't work.
He
Yeah.
still goes on the shoulders. He just
Yeah,
wouldn't be
kinda.
on the head.
Yeah.
My favorite baby costume was I don't remember her name, but from Final Fantasy X, and she carries around a Moogle, like her weapon is just a stuffed animal. And so she carries around, and so like the mom is dressed up as, is it Leela? I don't remember her name. Lulu? I think her name is Lulu. And she just like carries around her baby, is dressed as the animal, and I thought that's the cutest thing. That's the cutest thing because that's her weapon. Her baby is her weapon. Anyway, ooh, I'm trying to Final Fantasy. Who was right in Final Fantasies? Sephiroth was not right. No. Well, his reasoning makes sense
Yeah.
for sure, but
That's always the scary part is when it makes sense.
exactly. But he's not right.
Oh, they said the mom from Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah, she was right.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Okay. Yes. But
She's
wasn't
not a
really
bad guy. I mean,
the
she's
villain.
The bad guy. There's no bad guy except for maybe the dad.
Pierce
that dresses
Brosnan.
up.
Oh
Yeah.
no, yeah. Robin Williams is the bad guy in that movie.
Yes.
He very much is. I do like, spoiler alert for the ending of Mrs. Doubtfire, I like that he like basically got his own TV show
Yeah.
Yeah.
out of Mrs. Doubtfire, yeah. We actually just rewatched that one the other day. That's a good one.
Yeah, it actually had him on here too. It said, speaking of the mom, her boyfriend, who was screwed. He was just a really nice guy who got hated for being a good dude.
And like looked good in a Speedo.
Right.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. I have ones. What about they started off as good guys, but then they turned into bad guys? So I'm thinking like mind control almost. Like, do you guys?
Oh, Korra. Not Korra herself, but in Legend of Korra that happens.
Ooh.
So, first of all, not just mind control. Mind control happens in the comics afterwards. There's a weird thing that goes on with that. But there is a character that is earlier on in the show that becomes the big villain of another season.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I need to finish it. I need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Start from the beginning.
I don't know why I just keep going back to superheroes, and I was just thinking the Winter Soldier, although he comes back.
Okay,
but, like,
listen. He was not a bad guy. But I saw a meme of Captain America being like, yes, he did all these bad things, but he's still a good guy at heart. It's like, yes, but also no.
yeah.
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey, yep.
Jean Grey is probably one of the most
She's-
famous ones.
She's just so powerful. I remember growing up, and there was the part in the 1997 TV series that I watched where it was like on her wedding day, they were on a boat, and suddenly she just turns evil. And I don't remember because my, 8-year-old brain didn't fully understand. So I tried rewatching the show because it's on Disney+.
Uh-huh.
I tried rewatching it. That is the most disjointed, convoluted TV show ever. Like, each episode doesn't, match up into the other episode, the next episode. Like, at one point where I gave up, it was, I think season 2 or something, they were suddenly in, prehistoric times for literally no reason. They were in prehistoric times fighting dinosaurs.
That sounds like the comics. Honestly, that's why. Because it's just the comics
would do that.
Okay. Randomly. Yeah, you'd be like, okay, I've been reading this story, but it's not like a continuous story. It's like, okay, now let's randomly put them in this situation and just throw them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going to mind control ones, I have the Foul Lady Fortune series. That one is so good, and it does it so well. Mm. And then also the manga X 1999 by Clamp. That one also does it really, really well. It's not mind control though. It's like Destiny, which is the one that greatly inspired my current book that I'm writing this year.
Speaking of mind control, Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, yeah.
I was going to say, another one that came up on here is who might be right was Agatha from the Scarlet Witch. Because, this woman's coming in and completely mind controlling a town. Maybe I should step in and siphon her power.
Yeah, but that's not what she was doing.
I know.
And you would think that Agatha was I'm going to step in and save everybody.
No.
It's no.
Well, that's the funny part is the difference between Agatha in the comics and Agatha in the Marvel universe is comics she's a good guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Comics she's babysitter, Auntie Agatha.
Yeah.
She's a minor character. She doesn't have a huge role.
Right.
She's the mother of a villain, but other than that, Nicholas Scratch is a villain in the comics.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know if they actually have the WandaVision comics, or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so Agatha is literally the nanny babysitter of Wanda's kids in the comics, but she was a good guy.
And then everyone loved her so much that she got her own show.
Yeah, I think just Catherine Hahn. Everybody loved Catherine Hahn so much.
We do love her. She is so good. I love in the first episode of that she thinks she's in this crime.
Oh, I did not like the first episode of that.
I loved it.
It's funny because I think it was perfect because it was coming from... If you watched it with WandaVision, if you watched WandaVision and then immediately jumped into Agatha all along, it would have been the perfect first episode because it followed that idea.
Yeah.
And then, but when you're watching it to watch the actual show, you're like, wait, what the hell's going on?
And to be fair, I didn't really like WandaVision when I first started it either.
Yeah.
The first 2 episodes, I was like, it's okay. It took me a minute to get into it. And then the more I got into it, the more I liked it.
Yeah.
I also think what made that first episode me like it was what happened later on, where you figured out
back.
what happened, what it was really happening from his point of view.
The expectation versus reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted a full episode of the first episode just from what actually happened.
Yeah. Another one, speaking of expectation versus reality, the guy from 500 Days of Summer.
No, I didn't.
He's a villain. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either.
He's a villain in a rom-com can be a villain only because he wanted more out of her than she was willing to give.
Yeah.
I've
romantically. But everyone's supposed to sympathize with him because he's the main character, even though it's she doesn't know you anything, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think the thing that's funny is we were talking about all this stuff and all I could keep thinking of is I think the book talk girlies, what's popular right now is the second boyfriend villain who's not really the villain, he's actually the good guy.
That's what I was going to say earlier.
Yeah, it's the Shadow Daddy series.
Well, I said the Shatter Me series.
Oh, the Shadow Me series. Yeah, the Aaron Warners, the
ACOTAR.
Even the one I'm reading right now is it has the I'm the bad guy but not really the bad guy, and the love interest. But yeah, I like those. But that's what's popular right now. It's it almost feels like too copy and pasted sometimes, where it's oh, this is almost exactly the same story.
And I know that some people are getting really tired of that because I've heard people saying why are you wasting so much time investing us into this romantic idea of this perfect guy only for him to be evil, and then the actual evil guy who has been antagonizing the main character the entire first book, and then now suddenly he's like the actual like the end game romance. Some people are getting like tired of that.
It's hard because it is one of those things where it's like it can get old. I think what I liked about it from the get-go is how often do we end up with our first boyfriends?
It's very true.
And yet we fully believe that we're in love with them. So if you read the first book, you're going to fully believe that this is Endgame until you get to the second book and you're like, wait, hold on.
Marissa, since we've already met our second book boyfriend,
Yeah.
When you find your first girlfriend and you guys, if you guys knock on wood, break up, you say, I invested a whole book in you.
Yes.
I've already had a first boyfriend. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what my first boyfriend was. That's the first book was the boyfriend. Then I'm like, wait a second.
Hold on. You got the wrong part.
Right.
Do we have any
One
books
second.
out there that I always think of it like Haley's version where she's
Yes,
just like,
but I can't tell you which. You know which one. No, you know which one. I can't say it out loud because she doesn't know
Okay.
which one.
Oh, no.
where oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. But also, okay, I'll message you later. Sorry,
I wish
Jenna.
we were recording just so you could see my face and their like hand movements and eye contact with this. Like, if we had had this on video, people would have really enjoyed watching that.
That would
My
have been
eyes are
our-
like, are you guys?
Hands just flailing back and forth, like yes, I know.
Yes, but I'm thinking of like, I want basically the way that Haley explains it. She's like, I'm just tired of guys. Like at the end of book 1, she's just like, you know what, guys aren't even worth my time. I'm just gonna be a lesbian from now on.
Right.
That's what I want.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Willow.
Oh, I was like, Buffy's a lesbian?
Buffy does have a lesbian relationship in the comics.
Oh,
Yeah,
I do need to watch that show. Is it on Hulu? I think I saw it on
Yeah.
Hulu.
yeah.
I don't get
I
Hulu
was like, I don't
anymore.
remember. Is it on Hulu? I don't have that.
It is on Hulu. Oh darn! Honestly, I want to buy them all and own them.
I saw
Yeah.
them at Walmart the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
because
a
they were right
complete
next
series?
to Supernatural, and I was just like, "Oh, that's so tempting." But only if Supernatural has Korean subtitles.
Oh, so that Hanson can enjoy it too.
Yeah, because that's since that's our favorite show together. Though we still never finished it because we didn't want to finish it. Because it was just we didn't want the end of an era. I don't know. Anyway,
That was the start of bury your gays trope.
Supernatural?
Mhm.
No. No. They would do that way back in the day.
No, but this was what like the bury your gays trope, like the like
On
hashtag
Tumblr.
and all of that. That started with Supernatural.
It's true.
They just kept killing off their gays.
Well, they didn't kill off.
No, they finally revealed that one of the characters was gay, and then killed him immediately.
But
kind of like Dumbledore's gay, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
but then they had the prequels.
Yeah. That's how they made it
Voldemort.
important again.
No, we don't need an origin story.
It's funny.
With him.
He pops up as like one of those ones that's like, do you
Nah.
have like that have the best origin story? And I was like, does Voldemort have a good origin story though? Does he really? When I looked it up on Google because I was curious what they'd say, and I was like, he was like number 3, and I was like, no,
He was just a Nazi,
Right.
basically. a wizardsy.
Not gonna bring that up. I did have one last question for us, though. If you
Oh.
don't have any other questions.
Nope.
What about villains that we don't like?
Ooh, yes. Okay.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
Just kidding, sorry.
Umbridge.
Oh, yeah.
Umbridge.
Yeah,
Umbridge is
Umbridge.
a good one. The
Only
other one
because-
Jenna and I talked about was Joffrey.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And what's his face? Bolton.
Yeah.
Ramsay Bolton.
Ramsay Bolton, yeah.
Yeah.
They were like basically two sides of the same sadistic coin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were both really bad.
I think the ones that are just psychopaths for the sake of being psychopaths aren't as interesting because they don't have like a driving motivation to get into like their deep psyche.
Just spoiled brats that
Yeah.
are psychopaths. Yeah.
Right.
like,
so like
I don't
Chandra.
have anything else to do. Yeah, Chandra.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's something I was going to talk about. Was the Yaksa. I would like a backstory of the
Oh,
Yaksa.
yes.
We deserve it.
We
Yes.
deserve a
We
backstory of the
deserve
Yaksa
it.
and the Mother of Flames. I want to know what happened with that.
Yes.
And I feel like that would be such a good I don't even want to say novella because I want like a thick
Yeah.
book like she's been giving us with her others of just that entire story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah, Chandra was awful. I don't care about him. Kill him off.
Right. Yeah, he was awful.
All the Sarah J. Maas ones, the King of Highburn or whatever, all those things. I just don't really care about
Her
the bad
father?
guys. Yeah,
Feyre's freaking father.
I don't really care about any of them.
I
The king from what's it called, Throne of Glass or whatever, which I barely remember that whole story, but
I don't remember anything about Throne of Glass except spoiler alert, except that her like I just thought it was like the biggest cop out where cuz she's Fey and they can change into a certain animal and so her animal changing thing is a human.
right.
That is like the biggest cop out and they're like and she even says it. Well, humans are technically animals too and I'm just like, "Oh my god." That is the
Annoyance.
annoyance. Yes. But I don't know. Villains that we don't like.
Janai's brother in Dragon Prince.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched it. I need to watch it.
You gotta watch it. He was awful.
Yeah.
He was
hold
annoying.
on. Dragon Prince though. Let's talk about what's his face.
Viren.
No.
Avros.
No, well that too. Yeah, he would be a good. He'd be an.
There's a lot of villains
I
in
was gonna
Dragon
say,
Prince.
just keep listing them off.
All of the villains. Which dragon are we talking about? Which,
No, the girl's brother.
oh yeah, Soren.
Soren, the best story. The best story because he just like he's one of those ones that starts out as a villain and turns into the good guy and he is like
Spoiler.
Spoiler. It's like but you watch him struggle with the villain and he was brought up by the villain. So it's like and his sister like was brought up by the villain and you watch the two different playouts of like what it could be like to be raised by a villain.
He's great. He was the one that I'm all like, you guys are never gonna guess who my favorite character is at the beginning of this because it was him. And at the beginning, you don't really like he's weird because it's weird because the villain doesn't necessarily start out as like the main antagonist like he does, but you don't know it. It's kind of the Jafar situation of like, oh, he's the advisor and like part of us, so we're all friends here. But then like you start to see the evil part coming through. So that was kind of what it was. Is like you're seeing this evil thing. And you're like, oh, I'm watching this like villain become worse and worse and worse. And then you're like, wait a second.
Soren was like he's like the bad version of Sokka.
Yes.
Like he's kind of like the goofy, awkward guy, but like had like nefarious intent in the beginning, and then like just becomes this awesome character later.
I think he's going to be my favorite because Sokka was my favorite.
Yeah, he probably will be one of your favorites.
Awesome.
For sure. That's such a good movie. That's such a good show. Such a good show.
Yeah.
Like I still haven't gotten over it. I want to go back and watch it again.
I was thinking because you guys were talking about that and I was thinking of the other what's the one where they're robots but they're lions and it's a cartoon?
They're robots, but they're lions.
Yeah, so it's like Gundam but they're shaped like lions and it was the same artist
I didn't watch that. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called either. I remember seeing like
it was so popular on Tumblr back in the day. And everyone would say the villains were the writers. Because they basically had such good characters and then like the leader of the lions or something. My friend, she like explained the whole like downfall of that show. Sorry guys, I don't remember what it's called.
We'll think of it. Thundercats?
Robot lions.
Not Thundercats.
I don't know.
But
Something
yes.
like that.
I actually saw a guy with a Thundercat decal today on the way over here. Gundam, but with lions.
I just looked up books that were by like from the point of view of the villain because I was curious if we missed any of them. And I mean, you could think of Six of Crows. They're all villains.
Yeah,
but they're all heroes. They're all just anti-heroes.
I just the hard part about that is that it's like, are they villains or are they just citizens of a crappy place?
And of course, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah,
that's an obvious one.
That's one where I hate the
Voltron,
that's it.
Voltron, legendary defender. They said that by the end of the show, it was the writers were the villains. Anyway, let's continue on.
President Snow.
Yeah,
hate him.
And that's like the joke is that everyone is, or what was it? Suzanne Collins was like, for every thirst meme that you guys put for President Snow, especially after the Ballad of Songbirds and Snake came out, I am going to make you rue the day by adding in another book, and that was what Sunrise on the Reaping was.
Yeah.
It was like, you wanted to... I'm proving to you that he is a horrible guy. Stop thirst trapping him.
Yep.
And honestly, yes.
Don't do it.
Totally. No, yeah, I 100%. Like, I probably wouldn't have cared about that story at all if it hadn't had such an amazing soundtrack. And what's her face, the main girl,
Rachel Zegler or whatever.
Yeah, I liked her in it, but that was it. That's the only thing I cared about in it. I didn't care for anything else in it. The other one that it talks about is the Renegades by Marissa Meyer, which is a good villain story. That
Even though
cute.
she is the villain.
Yeah, she is the villain. He is the hero, but it's very much in a world of superheroes and villains.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of perfect because it's like very on the nose.
But that one is also so good because even though I will say the romance is very... Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's very Marissa Meyer. Sorry, Jenna said that with her mouth full.
And the mic like halfway across the room.
But...
That's why I left it across the room.
She said that's why she left it across the room.
But it very much is Marissa Meyer in that it's very, like, tame. Like, honestly, I would even... Like, I don't even remember the romances except that the couples are such a good pairing together.
Right.
Outside of, like, the romantic aspect.
Right.
And that's why I think. So that's why I loved that one, because the main character of that one, Nova, had to go undercover to work with the good guy.
Yeah.
And then, you know...
To avenge her father, who was the villain. Her adopted father.
Who was the supervillain.
The supervillain who had died.
And so here she is going to get revenge. But...
But is she?
Romance.
Yeah.
And I say that in quotes because it's Marissa Meyer style romance.
Yeah, it's very just... It's almost so young adult that it could be mid-grade is how the romance felt to me.
The romance, yes.
Yeah.
The story itself, no.
Story itself, no. But the romance, it's just so very... It was like Cinder.
Yeah.
It was on par with her other stuff. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Just not even fade to black. Just like... And we kissed.
I know you guys haven't really seen Korean dramas, but the thing about Korean dramas is if it's on the local television shows, their kisses are literally just them pressing their faces together, basically. And it's like, or their lips, I should say, specifically. And there's like no movement, nothing. It's just like so chaste and like, could you even call that a kiss? But if it's on cable, ooh, they can get dirty. And I say that again with quotes because it's still a very conservative country.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can like, you can see them going at it a little bit more on cable. But
they can actually kiss.
So yeah, Marissa Meyer is the local television series of romance.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't take away from it. I still enjoy it.
No, exactly. This is
just
not a dig at all.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and half the time, not all the time, it's fantastic, honestly.
Yeah. If there were a spicy rating, it'd be like, you were supposed to put peppers in this?
It's raisins in the potato salad.
Oh, God. What?
Sorry.
What does that have to do with peppers?
Jenna gets it.
Is this a family inside joke?
No, it's a racist inside joke.
Oh my gosh.
Any last villains that pop into your head?
Any last thoughts about villains?
No. I mean, I'm sure I can talk about more of this. I just also feel like, for some reason, like I said to you guys, like Allison, I was like, what are thoughts? What are villains?
Yeah.
Villains
bad
don't
guys.
I don't read or watch or do anything.
Right.
I wish I wasn't so busy this past week to actually like spend time to like deep analyze some of my favorite villains and like go into like why I like them a lot more. But maybe we'll have to come back with another episode later on. And especially, I mean, we could all just like each cover once. You got the TV shows, you got the comics, or sorry, Jenna's got the TV shows, Marissa's got the comics, I got the books.
Yeah.
And we could, by our powers combined,
come up with
the villains.
The villains.
Even though Captain Planet, you know, was not the villain.
He could have been. No, he couldn't.
No,
He's the villain to somebody.
Oh, yeah. As our quotes say.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk about a Power Ranger where the villain in like season 1 or something became the good guy and then the leader of the Power Rangers. That was Tommy back in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers era. But yeah. This was a fun episode.
It was.
So yeah, let us know in the comments who your guys' favorite villains are and who was right. And is there anything that you guys want to see or anyone you want to see to have their own story, whether it's origin or redemption?
Yeah.
Or tell us if you know any good origin or redemption or that we can villain stories. Yeah.
If you guys have a favorite villain, let us know and maybe we can hop into it. So, all right, Jenna, where can they find us?
You can find us on Instagram or Facebook. The Brawlers Book Guild podcast is our hashtag, but I think it's just the Brawlers Book Guild on both of those. And anywhere you can listen to your podcasts, you can find us. Rate, review, subscribe, all the fun things.
Nice. All right, so we're going to end on a quote, as always. So I don't know who found this one.
Jenna sent all of them. So.
I sent all of them.
Nice, Jenna. All right, and this one is by Gina Showalter, and it's every hero is a villain, and every villain is a hero. It just depends on who you ask. And I think that sums up everything today.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.